Hi, good evening. It's April Braswell, and I'm a mentor coach for women with a holistic approach here in Orange County. It is, yes, April 27th. It's my birthday. It is April 27th, 2020. Hi, good evening, welcome. I just wanted to jump on a quick Facebook Live and thank everyone who is wishing me happy birthday. Last week, I don't normally only focus on sort of one of my resources only during the week, but last week was a little unprecedented, and I ended up sharing a lot about specifically doTERRA last week because it was the unusual BOGO, buy one, get one free week in doTERRA. As it turns out, it is last Saturday was doTERRA's 12th anniversary, so it looks like their birthday is near my birthday. Hi, welcome. So I wanted to be sure to offer a place again tonight to do just a quick check-in and a hello to people, and share a couple of the resources to support people. I heard a couple of numbers in the last couple of days. I don't like to be negative and focusing on the negative. With my birthday, as a matter of fact, I did get a number of phone calls from family members, which was lovely, and it was great. And it was one of the things is here in California over the weekend, both in Northern California here and in Southern California here. Hi, welcome. Chime in the comments and let me know how you're doing. And give it a thumbs up. So just last weekend, all around California in the beach areas, with the beautiful weather we just had, a lot of people broke the quarantine and went to the beaches. And they're supposed to be closed, but I don't really want to have to make our first responders, like the military in terms of, like, how are they going to lock it down? But not only were people going to the beach, but they were definitely not social distancing. So I don't focus on that kind of stuff a lot. It's just, I've seen things in other countries, like in the Czech Republic, where they ended up instituting super steep fines for people not wearing a face mask in public, and that sort of thing. So I don't make our first responders have to go be paramilitary. Let's be sensible. Let's be safe where we are. So please, I don't do a lot of talking that way, but it's just like, please be safe. Is really the thing I want to recommend. I know people have different opinions about that, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that. The number I cared about that I heard about the last week was the number of people who are unemployed, or I heard unemployed, or who got their hours, their income seriously curtailed in this last month. And I've heard a number of different things. It was like over 2 billion people, I believe. So if that's you and or a loved one, please chime in the comments. Hi, thank you. Please chime in the comments. I have a couple of resources. The number one thing I want to recommend is whatever is the kind of business that you are doing. I'm in the Holistic Chamber here in Newport Beach. I'm the founder president for the Newport Beach chapter of the Holistic Chamber of Commerce. And there are a number of folks who are different holistic specialties, including different kinds of coaches. And there are a number of these things where it was someone who had a profession for a number of years. I worked in sales and marketing for 40 years, since I was in middle school, late middle school, early high school, back in Princeton. And so I've been doing this for years. Well, there's so many people who teach sales. I wouldn't teach that exact same thing as a very broad topic. Whatever is what you were doing professionally, your job, anything, see if there's some way, some piece of it, some component that you can offer online, where start a blog, start here at Facebook as a business page, just start on your timeline to begin with to get a little feel for starting to put your words out and to write more than like a few sentences. Start practicing paragraphs here on your timeline. I had heard from a number of people who were of course, in person are massage therapists. Well, if you're a massage therapist, obviously you're not doing massage in person right now. However, you probably have at least an initial customer base. And even if it's just 5 people, or it's 10 people, or 20 people, or more, you've done massage with sometime in the last year or two. I hope, hi, welcome. Please time in the comments, give it a thumbs up. So I hope that anyone that you gave a massage to in the last year or two, you collected their information, maybe their cell number, or maybe their email, and just pull together even the simplest of like one kind of a massage to do that you can teach them to do, 5 simple lessons for doing something at home to do massage on themselves. Trust me, do not worry. We will so want you to do massage on us afterwards in person. You will not be losing your clientele. It's a way for you to stay in touch and for you to bless them. So find some way you can do a free blessing like I'm doing here. I've been doing the guided meditations, usually Monday through Friday. I didn't do it today. I did a different live. It's my birthday. And thank you. And the other thing was I do the EFT tapping sessions on Friday and Saturday night to reduce stress and anxiety. And in particular, at the very end, I do one there as the mentor for women, in particular for women who are in, I like to call it thrive-covery, not just recovery where you're white knuckling it, where you're moving into thriving in your recovery period, your recovery phase of life. You're really living a transformed life. So I'm doing that for free. I'm teaching how to do EFT on yourself at home just to be a blessing. People want to connect. They want to see people being leaders and being gracious and being generous. There are things that I don't cover, obviously, in huge detail. That is stuff that I save for my, the VIP, the one-on-one clients, of course. At the same time, I am being generous, and I want to be generous. I feel there's so much going on. I am a leader. I am a leader of leaders. There's so much going on. Just the stress, because I know this from my hypnotherapy background of 30-something years, that when we are stressed, which everyone is right now, that on some level, even if you're not, super panic-stricken, we have stress, unprecedented stress right now. When we are stressed over a long period of time, 5 or 6 weeks, we all have it right now, it stresses your immune system. So we are strengthening our immune systems when we are doing the guided meditation, when you're doing meditation at home, when you're doing yoga, when you're taking those few minutes to connect here, as well as to do the meditation. Connect to that divine heart of God. Bring that radiance into you. That's what I mean when I use the expression essence. Your essence is you, your soul, intermingled with that radiance from God. And it's that hybrid which is created from you with God, completely blended in you, that you shine forth. There is stuff going on in the world. This is just reality. Is all of us who are focusing on positivity and love and light, it is not always love and light and perky kumbaya every day of the week, is it? Or even every moment of the day. So I do bring in putting on armor as a Christian. If you're Christian, hi, welcome. You of course are familiar with the metaphor, the motif from the Bible. It is a powerful tool to bring in as the full armor of God. I just received this from Spirit, from the divine, to fasten on a breastplate of protection. It's a good boundary that we put on ourselves. So we are being heart-centered. We are shining our light and we are shining our love, that as we do so, we fasten on that breastplate. I call it a permeable armor, so our light and our love can shine forth and we're protected at the same time. So do fasten that onto yourself every morning as you do your meditation. I have clients in particular where, and if that is you, where you are struggling with your sobriety, you are in that early stage of sobriety, and maybe AA meetings aren't quite doing it for you. Ladies, I know it's often the case, and that's what I specialize with. Is this is a free guidance for everyone, is it blesses us to step outside in an appropriate area. I do my backyard. Do an area right by you in your neighborhood. Ideally, where there's a tree. Ideally, your own backyard, where there's a tree, and go press your spine against it. You want nice grounding support, and your feet are on the ground. You're connecting with the ground, Mother Earth, the groundedness. I don't always think of Earth so much as our mother specifically. I really think there's a whole energy, and I just think of the Earth kind of differently that way. If that is a metaphor that speaks to you, Mother Earth, wonderful. And if you think of the Earth in another way, I think of Earth as the Earth, and so the whole planet, and how we are part of that whole creation together. We are one with it, and that is how God created us. So I connect with the earth. Ideally, your feet are on the ground. They don't have to be barefoot. If you want to be barefoot in your backyard, that's fine. If you're walking in your neighborhood, try to walk on the grass a little bit somewhere where you can. So you're grounding and grounding your energy. Bring that in. Bring that grounding energy. Ground yourself with it, and bring that grounded earth energy up into you. And this got reminded to me the other day on Saturday. So Angelina, this is a shout out to you. Thank you. She reminded me, all of us who are coaches, all of us who are light bearers in some way, where we were divinely created to be helpers here in the earth, in this lifetime. So as April Braswell, I know that I am created to be a helper and to shine God's light forth with me, in me, through me. And there's a whole breastplate, there's a beautiful hymn that sings that. So I think of that kind of motif. Whether you're Christian, you can be Muslim, you can be Hindu, use that kind of a metaphor and let it speak to you in your heart. So bring that radiance in. And we need to make sure at the end of the day that as we've done all of that work, where we are supporting others with our high vibration and keep working on bringing up our vibration, then at the end of the day, we need to pull that out of us. And it's to do a meditation. I love to sit on the earth, and I literally will sometimes go in the backyard and just like rest on the ground and put my back on the earth, and do that. That was my amethyst, I guess, needed to make an appearance. And I love lying on the ground, don't you? It's like being a little kid when we would go to the park in Princeton and just lie on the ground and stare up at the sky and connect with the earth and that groundedness. And when I do, it feels amazing, doesn't it? We need to bring all of that out and take care of ourselves. So I hope that blesses you. So if you are someone like a massage therapist, come up with something. There is one lady in particular, I'm going to give her a text because she's not on here right now. I definitely got from Spirit for her to offer a couples massage and do a couple of lessons, a few videos, and just make it a $27 product. Really, it's worth $97, or more, and cite this $97 and cross it out and offer it for $27, $37. I wouldn't even offer it nothing more than like that. It's like, in my mind, $27 is I call it sort of the idiot price, the fool price. I'd be a fool to say no, is how I think of it. So offer it for that kind of a price, but let them know it's worth $97. And then charge something that's just so easy to say yes to. And it's just a few simple lessons where couples can do it together, and let them stay connected with you. Offer something like that each month, each couple of weeks to your people, so you keep having a little bit of an income coming in, and it will grow. And then that way, God and the universe have a way to come in and bless you. Open some doors for you to do a home-based business, some home-based income that is part of the work you already do. There's so many folks who are teachers or recently retired teachers. There are all these wonderful homeschooling parents where they're tearing their hair out right now. I'm seeing so many posts about that. So offer some tutorials. Just do a little bit. It does not have to be a commitment for the next 6 months or a year. Pick one topic, pick one thing that you are going to help and support them and tutor the kids. Here it is, the end of April almost. Offer to tutor through the end of May, and then create something that's going to be tutoring them in something for 2 months during the summertime so that they have an option to renew with you once they've gotten comfortable and familiar. Just some ideas. So I want to be sure to be a blessing so people can earn a living and continue working in some way during the quarantine time. Stay safe and be well. Thank you so much for joining me today. God bless. Bye-bye.